Yes, everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Happy Friday. Another week. Bin's gone out for the Bun household today. Bin watch. Still not back to normal. For some reason, it's 2 weeks for the 2 days. The next week is 1 day. And then the following week, we're back to Wednesdays. Mental. Everyone's looking. I saw everyone. When I put my bins out today at like 7 o'clock, I saw everyone curtain twitch down Osborne Road. Rusty's put his bins out. He knows. Rusty knows. Anyway, if you're new, Andy, give it a like, give it a comment, share, give it a subscribe. Hope you're safe and well. We're also going to be doing our members draw at the end of this show. So every month, for anyone who doesn't know, if you're a channel member, you get entered into a members draw where you can win some signed stuff. We're going to run that, and then also I'm going to post probably next week all the last few advent calendar ones I've still got to post, plus the members draw winner. Then we're back on track. Let's have a look, see what we've got in the chat, and then we're going to talk about what we're talking about. Excited for this one. Ethan's excited. You're excited for my wish list. Very exciting. Me too. It should be fun. Me too. Always a good time. Rusty Bean. Thank you, Matt. Much appreciated. A big Rusty roundup. Good starts to the weekend. It's not really a Rusty roundup today. I've done 2 this week already. Today's going to be about my wish list, what I want, and maybe I will put the latest list up. My wish list is a striker left wing and CDM cover. Good afternoon, Peter. Hope you're well. We need a striker. Ings don't cut it. Do we need a striker though? I made this point to someone at West Ham the other day. Not to like the board. But I was at West Ham the other day for the Brighton game. Who gets dropped? At the moment, we've got this weird 3 up front, which sort of works, and like defenders don't know who, if 1 minute it's Bowen in the middle, and then it's Paqueta, and then Bowen moves out to the right, or Kudus comes in, and the defenders don't know who they're marking. So actually, I think it works quite well. Notice Sheffield United signed him. He did. Indeed. He did score. He's on loan to them, despite going to Villarreal beginning of the summer. I think Edwards at 10 million is a bargain, and Walter Peters with Ings going the other way is a good start. Plus I had to do it. I had to do the Firmino link today. Linked with Roberto Firmino, who's not even getting game time at the Saudi Pro League. That just shows you. But we'll see. Yeah. One of 3 clubs, apparently us, Crystal Palace and Fulham, are interested. Potentially, but he's happy in the Saudi League. Of course he's happy. He's on a couple of £100 a week. Of course you can. Weather's nice. You're not playing football, not doing fuck all, and you're only £200 a week. Won't be surprised if you wait until the last day to do business. I don't think so, Peter. Now, I just think with Steinton now, obviously, we're 4 days in. The club officially announced about 9 o'clock this morning about Tilo Kehrer going to Monaco on a free transfer. Not free transfer, sorry. On a loan deal with, I think, about £500,000 it is, plus so 9 point something million if achievable goals are reached. So, for me, 1 out, we need 1 in to replace him. Otherwise, we're very light. Unless we're going to promote from within. Chance with one thing. But we'll talk about that in my little roundup of what I think is going to happen. Hopefully, Tim and David actually have an agreement on players. I think they will do. I think Moyes has to, really. It's Tim's way or the highway, really. And they have a good relationship. I think there's people who are saying on the loggerheads and stuff. Anyone who gets to the ground early, when the team are doing the warm up, him and Moyes are there in the dugout chatting very amicably. They apparently get on very well. And maybe Moyes has had to relinquish, maybe because the likes of Kudus, Alvarez, Mavropanos, these guys have come in who are Steinton's men and have hit the ground running. I mean, Mo's up for Player of the Month for December, so is Moyes up for Manager of the Month. Maybe he saw, actually, this guy knows what he's talking about. Maybe. But I still think despite what happens to all the transfers, Moyes gets 1. Moyes gets 1 pick just to keep him happy. Hope you're well, Alan. Nice to see you. Good day, mate. Edwards will end up at Palace as they give youngsters a chance. Let's have a look. Do they? Let me have a look. Crystal Palace. Let's have a look at the last game. I think they only had one academy player in the squad, in their starting lineup, if I remember. See, that's the thing. People say, I've done this before. I've gone through. I think it was 3 weeks ago. Only 8 of the 220 players in the Premier League starting 11s were academy players. But let me have a look yesterday. Yesterday's different because yesterday's a cup. Yesterday, you always put your kids out for the cup, don't you, really? He says. Let's have a quick look. Lineups. Henderson, Mitchell, yes. 1. Mark Guy, I think he's from Chelsea, isn't it? Mark Guy, the centre-back. Nathaniel Klein is not. Henderson? No, that's what's the name? Henderson, isn't it? So one of their players was in the starting lineup. Who's an academy player, which is Tyron Mitchell. Anyway, we need to keep a guard. I totally agree. Hasn't scored in 18 months. Indeed, Anthony. Hope you're well. Let's go through some of these comments very, very quickly. Good evening, Alexander. Hope you're well. Mark, hello. Ryan, how can I see what's on my wish list? Indeed. Wazim, hope you're well. I'm just zooming through these. Russ, have you delved deep into the real injury news? Zuma, I think he'll be out for a while as the real truth hasn't been disclosed. We shall see. I don't think you'll see Zuma on Saturday anyway. And then we've got 2 weeks off until Sheffield United. So there we go. Still in Langer. Don't know. Done a video today and they're in big trouble. Yeah, I mean, they are. They're going to be, Forest will be the next ones to get punishment. And maybe Everton again, potentially. We need a number of players in all different positions. I totally agree. Tomorrow could be potentially made up of players. Well, we're playing on Sunday, Peter, so you don't want to play tomorrow. Tomorrow may well be, but I don't know about Sunday. While Moyes, yep, but that's Nathan. Is that Nathaniel Klein though? Who's not really? When a player goes and comes back, that Nathaniel Klein, Kent, you played yesterday, because he was at Crystal Palace, but then he left to Liverpool and then went all the way back and came to Crystal Palace. For me, he doesn't count as he's 32. He's not an academy player. Someone like Lewis Dunk is an academy. He's always been at Brighton. Fair enough. But, I don't think Nathaniel Klein counts for me as an academy player. Yes, he started as an academy player, but that was in 1999. Then he moved to Southampton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and then back to Palace. So me, he don't count. He don't count. Who's going to replace Kieran Deed? Who's going to... Anyway, so what I thought I'd do is, because obviously with so many rumours, Flo's asked me to help with a question. What does she want? Let me do it. Can we roll it together? Let's see. Let's see if she came up with a question. The nth term of a sequence is n. What's the 11th term? So enter this is it'll be 11, and then by 14. I think so. I think it's 11 times 14. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But does Premier League? Oh yeah, Premier League. I'm not talking about home. Yeah, I'm talking about academy as in give youth a chance. I don't think here's how Crystal Palace give youth a chance. Well, actually, a cup game, Everton. Actually, they only really played one of their academy players, being Mitchell. Yes, you could split hairs and say maybe Nathaniel Klein would be, but everyone else they bought in. Eze they bought in, Schlupp they bought in. Henderson, I think, is that Dean Henderson? So yeah, they give you as much chance as everyone else. We'll miss 3 games unless appealed. Hopefully they'll appeal. That's ridiculous. My wish list: Dyer, Kilman, Langer, and Thomas Muller going to be out on loan after signing a new contract. I think Tim could get this one done. I don't think so. Maybe not Thomas Muller. People are moaning about the age of bloody Roberto Firmino. So what's going to happen with that? If the academy was at till his academy, well, yeah, he was, but I counted him as an academy. I'll give him that one. Kent, because he was on the youth system at what's it called, Crystal Palace. So for me, Tariq gets a pass. He gets a pass. You're right. He could, but he was a product of the academy at Brentwood. Actually, I think it was at Wembley first. Wembley, then Brentford, and then Crystal Palace. So he was an academy at Crystal Palace about 4 years, I want to say, before he joined. So he's an academy. Anyway, our squad is so old. It is indeed, particularly you've got Roberto Remedios. It's going to be ridiculous. Al, hey, well, mate. I think the Moyes won't see Sunday games as a massively important one. I think we'll concentrate more on the league. But the thing is, Al, he's got 2 weeks off now. The next game after Sunday is going to be Sheffield United away, and we're only going to get another home game in January if we beat Bristol City, and then we play the 4th round on the 27th, 28th. So we may not. So our next home game technically isn't until Bournemouth. So I think he'll go reasonably strong, in all honesty, or as strong as we can do, because there's 2 weeks off. I think maybe the likes of Paqueta won't play. There's no point risking him, giving him a couple of weeks. Although on his Instagram, he had one more day of treatment. Yesterday was his last day of treatment in terms of his compression boot thing. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, keep an eye on the channel because Al's coming on the channel. Al's going to come on. He's going to do a regular show hopefully soon. So Al's a good guy. Follow him on the TikTok. If you're on the TikTok, follow him on that. Al, put your TikTok thing in, and we'll make sure people get into it. Afternoon, Greeno, everyone else, football, early doors. Anyway, let's talk about because we're talking about signings, we're talking about transfers and rumours. And I thought, what the fuck do I want? What do I want? At the moment, here's the list. I'll keep the list active. We're at 23, 6, 23, 26, 28, 5 days in. That's very impressive. 28, 5 days in. And yeah, so yeah, quite a few already. But what do I want? What do I want for me? In terms of priorities? Well, for me, there's 5 priorities. And they're in. I don't think we're going to address all of them. I'd like to address all of them. I don't think we're going to address all of them, obviously, in January. But in terms of my perception, from most needed to least needed at the moment, as we stay in January, centre backs is my priority. Centre backs, left wing, because I want to get Paqueta out of that left wing spot. Not that Moyes will take him out of the left wing spot, but I want to get him out there. Backup CDM. If anything, probably maybe 2 and 3 are switched around. I think a backup CDM is far more important, I think, than the left wing. But I put it like that just because I don't know why. Centre forward, 4. Fullback, 5. And again, maybe 4 or 5 I'd change again. So in terms of my priorities, that would be my window priorities if I was Tim Steindl, which would be nice. Would be lovely. So that's what I would do. We've got full strength side for the cup. If we can realistically have a chance winning a cup, yes, it's more money, but I want a cup. I know you do, Kent. Dive for a free would be great as cover for injury prone. Firmino in place of Ings is a better option. Then we look for left sided. We'd be on last legs if we'd had gone through against Liverpool with the run blows. Yeah, because we would have played next week, innit? Next week's is the semi-final first leg. Not sure Benny deserve a start. I would like to see Orford start and Casey and Marshall on the bench. Well, the Brighton game, Orford was on the bench. Casey was on the bench. Marshall wasn't, but I don't think Marshall works. I think Marshall is, at the moment, is potentially going to go to Swindon or maybe Colchester now the Coley brothers have taken over. Big West Ham fans, the Coley brothers are. Or Cowley brothers, rather. So they're interested in Marshall. So I don't know if Colchester, I don't know. I haven't looked who's still in the cup or whatnot, but obviously playing them makes them cup tied, doesn't it? So it does remove there. Indeed, we don't take anyone off the list. We just say the list. But we know that Marcus is all but at Benfica now. Make up 100 names and add to your list. Indeed. There we go. So anyone on the TikTok, West Ham fan 68. I agree with that. Maybe left. Yeah, indeed. We're going to go. I don't think that anyone will sign anyone or we'll do it on loan on the final date. Don't think we will do, mate. It's different now. It's different beast with Tim Steindl. Agree with you. The gaffer would probably convert left wing to centre. Yeah, indeed, yeah. And I think that's what we'll do. Steindl has been preparing for this window. They will be different, get better organised than others. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think we have to get out of our mindset of lastminute.com because actually we know there's a lot going behind the scenes which we don't hear about. Steindl, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. As I said, he was out apparently in Monaco sorting out that deal for Tilo Kehrer. Why would you do that on a loan deal? For me, that means he's either doing stuff in France already or maybe doing some stuff in Monaco. You don't know. We just don't know. See, Kemp is banging the goals. He's our little Dan Kemp for Swindon. He certainly is. Anyway, so in terms of where we're sort of pre-January, so like before we entered into January, obviously 5 centre backs, could say 6 with someone like Ben Johnson, could say 7 Varron Cresswell, but you got the 4 Zuma Aged, Dino, Ogbonna, and maybe Tilo Kira as a 5th. I mean, he's played a few games anyway, centre half. So that to me is where we are pre-January. Now, in an ideal world, that's what I'd love. I think this is what I like. And again, I'm going to get some pelters, but I think that we are going to try, where possible, to bring in English, or because Dyer doesn't count as a homegrown player, but homegrown British type players. That to me, do you know what? I thought that he had left because he did a whole thing on Twitter yesterday saying he was leaving and he was going to, and he had a lovely time at Swindon. Anyway, sorry, Kim. So for me, I can see again being moved on. There's no smoke without fire, despite the fact that people said, "Oh, we haven't had any bids." Fabrizio Romano said we've had bids as well, and so something has happened there. Dino said, Ogbonna, obviously fine. I think I don't really agree with him being offered you one new deal if he does, but that'll be the end of the season. Obviously, with Tilo Kira there, we do need someone who can play that position. And for me, not saying he's a starter, but for me, I could see a free transfer for Eric Dyer. Now, people are like, "Oh, don't Eric Dyer, he's shit." And I've said, "Oh, he reminds me of Dawson." And people go, "Oh, yeah, he's nothing like Dawson because Dawson was great." He wasn't. When Dawson left to Watford from Watford, we got people saying I got tweets on my Twitter, DMs on my Twitter saying, "You guys thanks for taking our worst player. Dawson is dog shit." But and then he came good. For me, Dyer comes into the situation in a more promising position than Craig Dawson did, in that he is an England international. He's still playing a lot of Premier League. He's fallen out with Spurs. He's still 29. He can play in multiple positions as well, which I think we haven't got. We haven't got that sort of. Tilo Kira was our sort of go-to guy. You need left back, Tilo Kira could do that. Right back, Tilo Kira could do that. Centre half, Tilo Kira could do that. Dyer can do that for us as well. So I think possibly, and I don't want to see Aged go, because I think Aged is a very good player. But if it means Aged goes and we get someone like Max Kilman in, for example, money would be reasonably similar, I'd say. It might be you get someone off the books as well. So I think he would be a very good. He's left-sided as well. 26, British. He was on Chelsea's book, so he's homegrown as well. And Gary O'Neill did not dismiss it. Didn't dismiss it. And I know there's going to be people isn't for sale, but there have been bids. That's what I mean. Every player has a price tag, Green. I think he's not for sale. We're not punting him, but he does have a 35 million pound price tag on his head. So if someone does come in for that, they will look at it. Dyer to go to, yeah, he might do. I would take Dyer in team we trust. Hope he gets a manager in the summer. We'll see. Andre, want him to be a replacement. He's gettable now. Won't be in the summer. He will. Yeah, I mean, for any Brazilian players, you have to get them now because they're out of season. 30 million pounds though for him. So if it meant keeping everyone, but maybe getting Eric Dyer in to then spend the 30 million on Andre, that to me is not a bad deal for Aged. Anyway, the only thing about Jonathan Tah is I don't think Tah Leverkusen will let him go mid-season when having such a good season. Whereas Kilman he hasn't. Gary Neal has not said he's not for sale. He said, "Oh, yeah, everyone has a price type thing," and that to me is a bit more. Yeah, I think you're giving Dawson a bit more credit than he deserves. Yeah, I think he has some hopeful gains. Yeah, but he's always been he's sort of become a cult hero. I think, isn't he? He's sort of a yardstick now of what you can get. Sometimes, I mean, he did prove us wrong. He was He wasn't a £3 million player. Better than that. If Dye comes to thread, I don't think it can be classed as bad business as he offers covers to Alvarez. Indeed, and that's something massive. True, but club is not actively looking to get rid. Exactly, Green. That is the point. They're not actively looking to get rid of him. Others like Ben Rama, they could look to Fornals, Granny Ings, people like that. Again, they don't want to get rid of him. But if the money comes in, same as if City offers 100 million for Paqueta, they would think about it. Of course they would. Everyone's got a price. After Papa first is an option, is a versatile player. That's what I mean. We need utility players. We need them. Just one or two. That's all you need. Good player, maybe develop. We'll have a word. Dev will have a word with him and convince him to come. Indeed. So that's my centre halves. That'll be in an ideal situation for me. Yeah, and of course maybe you'd want some really high class centre half or Hincape from Leverkusen or whatever. But for me, I just think that would be, and indeed, yeah, 40 million for Kilman, or I reckon they might take 30 million plus Granny Dings and someone else, Granny Dings and Cresswell, for example. It's good business, and Kilman only if Aguirre goes. Exactly, Ken. Exactly. Dan Kemp is back. He is, and he left a lovely message on Twitter for them. So that's my first sort of bit of business. And we've already halfway there because obviously Tilo Kira's obviously gone anyway. So for me, there's got to be something in the pipeline because we have said we're only going to get rid if we get to come in. So for me, something's got to be in the pipeline. Otherwise, you've left yourself really light. Unless, of course, they like... unless, of course, you want... you think Skulls could do a job if we need a left back. They're playing Dan Chester's at right wing back. You might see Dan actually thinking about it on. You could see Dan maybe potentially. Dan Chester's on Sunday. Be interesting. Happy well. I like post chat. Good. That's and this is just my opinion. Just my opinion. So at the moment, this left wing, I hate this idea of Paqueta. I just think it does, although it accommodates everyone, it just leaves it very unbalanced. It does give Emerson loads of space, though. But I just don't. I think we can do better. I think we do better, West Ham. Obviously, also, we've got Ben Rama, Fornals, and the lesser spotted Cornet. Now, in terms of my idea, this is my idea. So this is my post-Jan. So I'm keeping Paqueta there. Because it's always going to happen. Now, for me, I would not invest heavily in the forward positions and try and utilize the loan market as much as possible. The reason being is, as soon as you buy someone, you have to fit them in. And I don't think actually we need squad depth. We need some better. We need some better squad depth, definitely. As I said, and I've said it, I'm going to get it as a t-shirt. 1 to 12, we're good. Anything below that, no. We're just not good enough at the moment. So for me, it's about utilising the loan market and seeing what works. And if it does work, great. We can, loan to buy or whatever like that. So for me, Ben Rama leaves. Whether it is Fulham or the Saudi Pro League or Lyon or Marseille, there's about a dozen clubs, half a dozen clubs after him. 20 million or whatever sounds good to me. Cornet, I don't think anyone's going to buy him, but if they do, it'd be for peanuts because his knees, his legs are shot and his thighs are shot. In terms of who I bring in, my number one target, Hugo Ekitike. Hugo Ekitike on loan from PSG. They're open for him to go. He's currently rated about £28 million. I don't think we'd buy him, but loan to obligation to buy. Someone like Paris Saint-Germain want him off the books would suit us and suit them. He's 21. He reminds me of a young Thierry Henry, and I think he's 6'2" as well. So when Ariola's that crossfield like ball to try and knock down, he's big enough to basically out jump the fullback, the right back. Perfect. Keep Fornals. And also, I'd look at maybe getting Samuel Illing Jr. from Juventus. Homegrown player as well. He is homegrown player. because he was before he went to Juventus. I think he was at Arsenal's books. I need to check. He might not be homegrown. I need to check, because to homegrown you have to have played for an FA registered club in the UK for 3 years before you've turned 21 or be on the books. So I need to check on that one. But that's what I want. What we got here? Unless something unexpected happens, like City, the only team at the moment who could tempt us to sell with the Saudis. Yeah, totally. And it gets happy. It gets happy about staying at West Ham. Have I done maths wrong? 20 million in the pot from last, plus 11 for Kira loan. But it's not yet loan but obligation, so accountant can bank it. 31 to spend so far in Jan. Sean Wheaton did quite an interesting thing looking at that. There is some disparity in terms of what is and what isn't. We do bring on a lot of debt from the previous year in terms of the big spend, the Scarmacca year. So we never recuperated that. Plus, we had a shit year last year in the league. So it has sort of done it, but it's all about the calendar years, and I don't really understand how it all works. We should have a little bit of money knocking about. Probably did. Yeah, I did. What's happened to Scars? Yeah, he's still playing. Plays for the played a good game. I saw him play a good game for the under-18s in the FA Youth Cup a couple of weeks ago, and they've got another one in 2 weeks' time against Man City at Rush Green. To make sure you go. Why are we talking of loaning? No, he's not. No, we're not loaning Agard out. We'd sell him. Not loan him at all. Why isn't Axel Zagadou on your list, Russ? Because I don't think, Matt, realistically, Stuttgart will sell. It's only been there since 6 months, so I don't think they'll sell him. See Villa sniffing around. Indeed, I think PSG don't like us, Russ. Prevents them from getting another payment from us. Oh, there we go. Sodom. Regardless of who we bring in, I'd look at Scarsby around the squad. Regardless, he's still very young though. I mean, he was playing the FA under-18 FA Youth Cup game the other day. I think don't like it. I've said that one before. The loans worry me, but I think if it's loan with an option to buy, you get a situation where the player, if he wants to go, is playing for something. And in terms of financial risk, it isn't as great as if we bought Hugo Ekitike for £28 million and he turns out to be a complete dud, which he could be. But a loan of obligation to buy after a certain number of appearances, I think that's it. I think that's a good idea. I think we need someone more experienced up top for the remainder of the season. Do we though, Adam? I don't know if we do. I generally don't think we do. I think we need some youthful exuberance. That's what we need. We want someone who's got something to prove. We don't want to necessarily go out and buy someone who's ready-made, because I think we've got, the whole Boeing Kudus Paqueta 3, I think it's really, really mobile. I think it's dynamic. I think it works. I think but what I want is someone different who can offer something different now. Someone like Hugo, he's 6'2", he's a big lad, he's quick, he's pacey, he plays on the left, he can play up front. You can throw him on for 25 minutes on loan. You can start him in the cup game. You can start him away to this team, or so there's options there. You've got Mickey Antonio as well coming back as well. So there we go. I know Curtis captain, but if Sandy's coming, I'd sell him if the price was right. Yeah, I agree, Kemp. And he's only been captain for 3 months, isn't it? And actually, I think I see JWP and see how he talks on the pitch, and he's very vocal. Benny off to Everton, or can see him at the Toffees. I can't see him at the Toffees because they can't afford to spend any money. Russ, what about Paqueta, Fornals, Bergwijn? Yeah, Bergwijn, yeah. Apparently, if he would have to pay more cash, yet because 20 million be good business for Ben Rama. Corner be difficult to float. I think there is an injury concern. That's why we got him, and Everton never did. They turned him down straight away. And because of his injuries, and we got him. Of course, we buy him because he's injured, and he's got shit thighs. And someone who pisses off for 5 months, you don't know what's wrong with him. That's always an injury concern. And since then, his card's been marked in my eyes, and that's why he's never had a look in. I hope Tim doesn't go for Dyer. I thought we would look at quality. We would have Simpson. I think the work. I not necessarily that. I think it's the right pieces for the right puzzle, and I think for all Brighton's fantastic transfer budget they do this and what they do that, and the players they bring in, they sell. They still have got Lallana. They still got Danny Welbeck. They still got Milner. You still have to have some sort of backbone type thing. And I think Dyer generally could do that. You know, if we were, say, a few years ago, we were up for Danny Welbeck, we'd be like, what? But he fits the right system. We could do with a Caduce clone and clone. Totally agree. They crap up with strikers. The 6 months old okay, so we could have Potts and Downs returning in summer. I don't think you'll see Downs back in a West Ham shirt, to be honest. Potts, you will definitely. We need experience. We need somebody who can play the last 30 minutes, make a difference. That's what we need. We need difference makers. Someone like Inning Jr., he's rapid. You throw him on for the last 20 minutes, that's what you want. You know, same as Hugo. You know, you want to bring on some genuine pace. That's what you're going to do with Antonio soon. When Kudus is back, he'll be dropped to the bench. Then we play Antonio how we want to play Antonio, how, you know, other sides have played Adama Traore. You throw him for 30 minutes and just let him go. Not totally good business. Yeah, he would be, actually. Good shout. Has tried to help his daughter. Yeah, it's not William Zaha. It's not Wilfried Zaha. Didn't play under Moyes at the Toffees. Dyer? He wasn't at Everton ever, was he? Oh, he was on loan, wasn't he? He went on loan from Lisbon to Everton. Could have been, actually. I think he went to Spurs in 04, 05, something like that. I like your post options, need pace. That's what we need, pace. TB, son, is unbelievable. Second from losing, second from bottom. Yeah, indeed. I wish we'd all the ambition to have got. All right. How you feeling? Better. Come, Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom's here. What? Uncle Tom's in the chat. Oh. Look. Like this animal. Oh, well, I don't. Oh, hello. We do that pace. We could do. So, I can sell chocolate. What have you had? Mummy gave me the biscuit. Good breakfast there. Ben Rama has seemed to lost some confidence. Totally agree. Afternoon, Michael. Hope you're well. We will be doing. Anyone looks at like Tom and Michael, Yo Flo. They just become the Flow Show. They are channel members, so they contribute to. They help us out every month. Oh, look, it's a lot of love for Flo. Every month we do a members draw. So we actually will be doing a draw at the end of this. So if you want to become a channel member, you've got until the end of this show, so to speak, to be entered in to the draw. Just let you know. He can play in both, Carl. Back to school soon, young lady. Bet you can't wait. She can't actually. She's desperate. She is desperate to go back to school. She's desperate. She's so bored. She's so bored. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. She don't go to a posh school. 3 weeks she's had off for Christmas. A lot of love for Flo. That's good to see. Good. So that's my left wing. Hope you feel better soon. Flo's all right. You're all right. Yeah, I'm all right. She's all right. Look, Wally World. Wally's the one who used to send us American sweets. Although Wally hasn't sent us any American sweets for about a year. Hashtag just saying. Is Flo a swat, unlike you, Russ? What? No. Do you know what? She's got a brains from her dad. She's got a beauty from her mum, brains from her dad.
You got it wrong.
What?
The question.
What was it?
Yeah, it was 198. You done something wrong.
What was it? What was it?
I don't remember what it was, but you didn't get it right. It told me to go do it again.
Oh, 198. I was doing it at the same time. Anyway, oh god, just let. Oh, I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna fuck off. You can Flo can do the show. It's the Flo show indeed. Who does Flo want us to sign in January?
I got
no clue. Same as everyone else. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Yes, she did. She had a very good. Hello from Australia. What we got here? Glad to see your coffers. It has got Joe's is still really bad, but did you give Flo your bug? Flo gave it to us. Hershey's chocolate incoming. Right, let's block Wally.
Yeah,
we don't like Hershey's chocolate. No. Anyway, let's get back to talking about West Ham. Anyway, what's next? So next is CDM backup. So this is our CDM. Well, this is our CDMs, not the backup, but we have one Alvarez. When Alvarez doesn't play, we look completely different. We look so poor. He's the glue that holds us all together. And so for me, that's with give the mic to Flo. No, no. 198. I think you got 14, Russ. What? 19? Oh yeah. No, it's 11 times 14. I thought I got it wrong. Go with the Flo, Russ. Flo, do you like singing or dancing or both? Both.
You answering for me?
Yeah. I'm your manager. I'm your PA. Both. Anyway, so that's what we've got so far. Now, now, yes, you could go out and buy Andre and spend £30 million, but I don't think we'll do that. For me, this is what I'd like to do. Keep Alvarez, obviously. And we spoke about Freindrup from Genoa yesterday, and I spent a little bit more deep diving into him. And for like under 10 million quid, he's sort of on what we could get him for. And I think we could really be onto something. Again, he plays multiple positions, and Liverpool interested him as well. So I think that could be a real good buy for us. And also, Eric Dyer can also play there. So from having one, by buying in Dyer and maybe spending 8-9 million quid on Freindrup, we'll definitely be in a better position. Russ loves ballet. What are you laughing at? Isn't Downs a CDM? Well, Flynn has a very similar. Flynn is like, for me, a bit like JWP, but likes to put a foot in. I wouldn't say he's an out-and-out CDM, because actually, I think the year we bought him, he had 91% pass completion rate across the whole season. He was the best pass completion rate of any English midfielder in the 5 divisions. And I still think we bought Flynn for the homegrown number, in all honesty. But yeah, that's what I think. But we'll see. I don't. What we got? What was it? Oh, people are. Do you see? America have dairy milk, but it's a different dairy milk. It's not the dairy milk. That's the one that's produced in America rather than the UK version. Sorry to. Pierre is going to play his Palace and playing fantastic. Mistake could be, but again, we've had quite a good hit rate recently. You know, Sonny Perkins has gone back from his loan spell because he's not getting any time at Oxford, back to Leeds. Obviously, Ashby's on loan at Swansea. Obviously, Grady's still at West Brom. He scored the other day, but hasn't really, so we've had quite a good hit rate. Alace's been injured. He's just got back into the side at Sunderland. Pierre Aguilar, maybe. But again, until you've maybe seen, but sometimes it does take a player 2 or 3 moves, maybe for some clubs, to get into the right place. And to get into the right groove. Bring Potts back to tune his trade, working with Alvarez, no money spent. Great, yeah. But I don't think we'll be doing that just yet. He's still quite a young lad. Do we have sell on for Pierre? I don't know. Good shout though. Yeah. Kate Galloway's husband has died, unfortunately. Yeah, Mum, Joe just told me that. Very sad news. Ballet, does that make Russ a sugar? She's wetting herself with that. Brilliant. I might just make the sugar plum fay. Well, I'm a bit of a plum, but maybe not a sugar plum berry. Andre Emerson Long. Yeah, I mean, great, but it's 30 million quid. I don't think we'll do that. I'd rather give Flynn or Coventry. Well, Coventry's gone. He'll be gone. Don't worry about that. He's out of here. US chocolate. It's just not nice. It isn't. It's not nice, is it? No. And it's it's because of the it's something about it. Yeah, because like it's the Swiss chocolate is a higher milk rate, so that's why it's creamier. And America, is something in it that makes it different. Anyway, what's that? Airheads are nice. Just saying, Morley. What else are nice?
Oh, cherry airheads.
Cherry airheads. Nice to see Potts get a chance, but I can't see that this year. No, not this year. Russy's the nutcracker. Indeed. Do we know what's happened to Thierry Neves? Came back from his loan in the summer, but has not played since. Didn't he go back out? Thierry Neves, 7. Doesn't matter. He's on loan again. He's at Bradford City on loan. Don't see why you want Dyer. Well, he ticks a lot of boxes. I'm not saying he's the answer. I'm not saying he's not the Messiah. He's just a naughty boy, but he does tick a lot of boxes in terms of what we're trying to do in terms of managing budget. If he's available on a free, I wouldn't spend any money on him, but he's available on a free transfer. I think it's a very good free transfer because he can play in multiple positions and gives us like cover, which is something we don't have in those across multiple positions. Without him saying that it's definitely going to be, he's never going. I don't think he's going to be a starter, but I think he might be. Cadbury's cream eggs taste vile. There we go. Time to promote the young centre back in Brazil. Yeah, indeed, Luizão. It's the cocoa content. Yeah, they got. But there's a reason. But there's like Hershey's always. That was like sick. Sour patches are quite good as well, Wally. Tropical and normal, I've been told. UK, I hope you get a list here, Wally. UK chocolate is called candy in Europe because of the low content. It's mostly sugar. Any substance, Jonathan Tarr. I think we're interested. I think Moyes likes him. Apparently, Moyes has gone out to see him play, but I just can't see it happening. With Leverkusen doing so well at the moment. Would like to see Russ doing the Dying Swan in the 2-2. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? What was the other sweet I was sending? I don't know. Just Airheads, cherry Airheads. I tell you what, there is American. The American chocolate I do like. What? Crunch.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's the only American chocolate because it's mainly Rice Krispies. Anyway, jack of all trades indeed. Hershey's chocolate went over for free. But yeah, he's going to America with his pay probably. Bradford Hughes signed him. They sacked him. Not sure what his game time. I'm lucky I have Italian Swiss chocolate to binge on. Do miss a few English choc bars. Yeah, but Swiss is nice though. What happened to that young dude who signed for the European club and loaned tight back to them? Vague. Do I remember? What? Not young. Is Andy Irvine? Where's Andy Irvine up to? Does anyone remember Sweet Tobacco years ago and Old Jamaican? Someone who used to always talk about Old Jamaican on my old streams. I can't remember who it was. I see Martin wants to go to Dortmund. Apparently, Dortmund want to spend £30 million. Russ learnt ballet from Wayne Sleep. I did. Anyway, this show has gone completely down off the rails. Anyway, back to it. Let's talk about centre forward. Now, I genuinely don't think this is as a high priority as I think we would like to as fans. As fans, we always want to see a centre forward. We always want to see someone coming in, scoring 20 goals. We want to see a big, we were really excited when Skamaka signed and when Haller signed and, but I don't think at the moment, the way we're set up, a centre forward will, when everyone's back, will get into the side and will make such a difference because it would mean changing the way we're playing at the moment. And we're playing quite well. There's a reason, we're sixth in the league. We're champions of Christmas. We know what we are. 10 points out of 12 over Christmas. Top of that form league. And we seem to have found another way of playing, which is, this sort of dynamic front three. Bringing in a centre forward, I don't know whether that helps us. I think it helps us on the bench in terms of options, not necessarily from starters. Reese's Peanut Cups are made, because all the important things to talk about now are made from it. They are indeed. But it's literally the thinnest layer of chocolate, and it's all peanut in it. Give Callum Marshall a chance. I agree, but I think he's going to be going on loan, so I'll be surprised if he plays on Sunday and then he's cup tied. I'm a Bourneville. Oh, I knew you'd be a Bourneville fan, Ken. All that dark chocolate. Don't like dark chocolate. Anyway, so that's what they've got now, and this is what I'm thinking of. And again, so for me, there's two absentees. Oh, there's two people we're taking out, Ings and Mbama. Now, for me, Mbama signs, in an ideal world, Mbama signs his new deal, then goes out on loan because he isn't going to get in front of Bowen. He isn't going to get in front of Kudus. He isn't going to get in front of Antonio just yet. Not saying he won't do, but I think he needs to go out on loan and get some serious game time under his belt rather than half an hour, 10 minutes here, nothing here, then goes to play for the 21s, then goes to play for the 18s. That's not going to help his development. So for me, that's where we utilise the low market. So by getting in Hugo, as I said, he's already available on the left wing. It's another option on the up front as well. And then, yes, Grace could, for me, would make good sense. Now, whether we'll decide to get him is another thing. He's someone we've been linked with in a similar way. We could easily, you could take out Grace and you could easily put in Firmino in that he would be Bowen and Kudus, Paqueta as your front three, Antonio on the bench, Grace or Firmino. You know, for me, there's going to be something happening in that forward, but he's not. By what we've been led to believe, he's not a centre forward. He's not a priority for us. And I know that, and people are, we got to buy it. Grace, he'll change the complete way we're playing at the moment. Because if you buy him, 80 million quid, he's only going to go to play first team football. He's not going to go knowing if he goes, do his due diligence and think, actually, we're going to be playing, I'm not going to be playing starting lineup. I'm going to be doing this. Yeah, Simon and Tom. They're both channel members, yeah. So you're right, there's no guarantees. That's why I think, for me, I can't see us spending £40 million on Solanke. I can't see us spending 25 million on Brozier. I can't see us potentially spending any money on any forward at all for that exact reason. So I put him in there because I think he's probably the least risk option at being £18 million. He's in form, but obviously he won't come until Guinea get knocked out of the AFCONs. That'll be after the group stages because they've got a tough group and they're not a very good side. He would offer something different. But it's the same as having Antonio. So it could be moving Antonio on. I mean, Luton, I think Kent said he was linked with, or Guarino said he was linked with. That could be moving Antonio out and then keeping Mbama there as fourth choice. I don't know, but that's an idea there. There's an idea there. Fortunately, Ings has never given the chance under Moyes. Ings just doesn't suit the system, Kim. The trouble is we always retrofit strikers to try and fit our system. And that's why Moyes don't usually buy forwards. And actually, the forwards he tends to do best for him are converted wingers. Arnautovic, Antonio, Bowen now. These are wingers that have been converted to strikers because that's what, it's not necessarily having a target man, but sometimes having it on the option of the bench is really useful. So I wouldn't spend a lot of money on that. So 18 million, 15 million, whatever it is it's pump money now, isn't it? Pump money. We need a decent left back. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think there's definitely something there. Happy with after Jam forwards, but Mbama must resign. Indeed, Mbama has to resign before he's out on loan. Totally. Rumours. It's all rumours. Rumours are deal with this club is done, but agent is getting greedy. Yeah. But I mean, as I said, the Mbama contract situation is a reopened discussion, which is good. Can't stand any club buying in youngsters if they don't play their own. Because sometimes, really, I don't think the youngsters in the existing thing are actually very good. And I think we might sometimes we put players on a pedestal because they're part of the academy. But I think actually sometimes they're not as good as what you can buy in. And it's horrible to say that, but it's true. Buy forward and Divine moves on. No pathway for him. Don't think he moves on, but he goes out on loan. Would you have taken Brendan Diaz? Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, on loan, definitely. Grace say no chance. It would go to another top club on bigger than us. Not Adams. Adams isn't going to come to us. Montpellier aren't going to sell him just yet. But obviously, Grace has a contract release clause, doesn't he? So Antonio's back in the grass and he's all over the place in training. Yeah, I think you might see Antonio on Sunday. If you look at Premier League stats, wingers are classed as forwards nowadays, indeed. Did we not name 24 out of 25? So Takira gone, we have at least 2 spaces. You're totally right. Greedy agent was a reference. Oh, there we go. Okay. But I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, that's the same with everyone at the moment in terms of the agents, particularly with something like that. Particularly January, it's an agent's field day. Bring back the football combinations. Indeed. Well, as I said before, we utilize the loan system now. We should do as the old combinations league. That's what we need to do. Left wing is crucial. A good enough player to allow us to use essentially. Indeed, lots of dead wood out. And yes, please, for Fana, be good for Fana. Where's Carlos Bacchus signing? Indeed, where is he? Still, he's with Isaac Johnson and Sean Wright Phillips. Yo, Flo. Right. Okay. Fullbacks. Fullbacks. How long till been gone? Well, apparently he's going to Everton. That's what I've heard. So currently, pre-Jan, those were registered fullbacks. Emerson, Sufal, Johnson, Tilo Kira, and Cresswell. Obviously, we've off. Sorry, can I help? Obviously, we've let Kira go on loan to Monaco. That was officially announced today. Loan to obligation to buy, so you won't see Kira back in the West Ham shirt, which is a shame. Thank you for your service, Mr. Tilo. Cresswell linked to Wolves potentially. That could be something in the Max Kilman deal. Johnson, contract is up for renewal. They want something like 60 grand a week. I thought he played quite well against Brighton, to be honest. Sufal, we've offered the 1 year extension, but he's not happy because, money wise, and thinks he should have got a bigger contract and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of very happy fullbacks at the moment. So yeah, you don't want Flo to give you a song. She's very good though. She's very talented singer. I hope we get to get covers 2 positions indeed. Frimpong, yeah, but again, he's going to come with a massive price tag. I think sometimes we have to be a bit realistic in terms of who we want and who we'd love. I'd love Frimpong. Frimpong would be a fantastic player. Russ, your daughter's sign language and dance moves are stealing the show, mate. Well, if you like Flo, don't forget to give.
I'll come on at lunch and do a Q&A.
No, Q&A. That's the most boring Q&A. I like dogs. I like fluffy pillows. Well, yeah, tell us about the David Moyes. Oh, I don't know, but I like LOL dogs. They don't like LOL dogs. I know. But if you like Flo, give this stream a like. Thank you. For Flo. Has Flo applied for GBT? Not yet, but I will do without telling her one day. Was he really ill? Yeah, he was ill. But I don't think Tilo was ill. Tilo was apparently meant to be ill, but I don't think he was. If we let Tilo go, surely there must be one defensive. You're totally right. I'm conflicted with Ben Johnson. He's got all the tools, which really help us, but it's the money that he's reportedly wanting. Money's agents reportedly wanting. 60 grand a week, something like that. That's ridiculous. Walker Peters with a deal with Dings, Downs, bit of money, homegrown and youngish, ticks a few boxes for me. Mate, you can tell you're my brother because we're on the same page. So for me, the only real change is to bring in Carl Walker Peters for that exact reason. He covers both positions. He's young. He's homegrown. By letting Tilo Kira go and by bringing KWP in, it would naturally give us the homegrown addition. We get one extra homegrown player, and we've got covering both positions in terms of left back and right back. Basically, sort of doing what Tilo Kira does. Tilo can play both positions as well. It also gives us you a third option as well, which is KWP on the left back, pushing Emerson up more to left wing potentially as well. Get rid of Cresswell, surely, if anyone wants him. Indeed, yeah, totally agree. I think we should sign Harry Clark. Also after Davis in from Ipswich as well. But again, Ipswich doing fantastic at the moment. So, the likelihood of them wanting to get with their players and they're pushing for promotion, not going to happen. Makes a lot of sense. But then we would have a KP, KWP, and a JWP getting a bit confusing. Oh, well. Oh, that to me is a nice problem to have. Martin and Chalobah from Chelsea. Martin will cost you £30 million. Chalobah, possibly. But again, you're still looking about £25 million. So at least 20. So for that pair, shy of at least 50 million. Not going to happen. We'll be surprised when Notes goes from Maguire again. I could see it happening. We could give you Q. He was the one I really wanted before. And he started off doing really well for you guys and then has fallen off the cliff. But Jakob I like. Flo doing the old Macarena behind you, Russ. She doesn't. She wouldn't know the Macarena.
I do.
Go on in. Hamburger hey Macarena. Very good. 60-minute deal for staying at Chelsea. He accepted a new deal, but then that was only really to. But when players accept new deals now, for me, it's only just to maintain their value. Jarrod Bowen's on a 7-year deal. Jarrod Bowen isn't going to intend to stay at West Ham for 7 years. but he's got that 7-year deal, so we've locked the money in for that. Listening to you, Russ, but watching Flow. That's what everyone does anyway. Steinton in Monaco going for Fofana. I wouldn't think so. Maybe, but again, midfield is a position we probably don't need anyone else apart from CDM, and Fofana to me is more of a box to box than the CDM. We need Zagadou so Flo could do the song and dance. Indeed, Agadou. Yeah, yeah, push pineapple, but his name is Zagadou.
You should promote my song.
Yeah, what song? Oh yeah, is that on Spotify though?
No, it's on Chocolate's account.
Yeah, well, I can't promote that. Anyway, so anyway, so this is obviously pre. So we've got that January. This is what I predict is going to happen. I think Tilo Kehrer goes out on loan. I think Obama goes out on loan when he signs a new deal. I think we'll probably move on Coventry, Granny Dings, Benny, and possibly a Ged, but only if the money's in. I'm not saying again, I don't want to sell these. I don't want to sell a Ged, but I think likely it is we could get them. And in the best case scenario, we get in Kilman, Dyer.
Oh no.
Is that when we go up and see? KWP, Freinberg, Gracie, and then maybe a Kitike and Illing Jr. on loan. So that's to me how it would look. Where you go? You're off. Peace out. Peace out. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a jacket? Okay. All right, lovely. So that to me is my what I would like to happen. Whether it happens is another thing. That's what I would like. Doing a deal with T-Lady to replace Doris. Doris left ages ago. Doris retired when we were relegated in 0405, 0304, wasn't it? I think Doris went then. I think she retired then. Is he still in Monaco? Sounds as if he's having a jolly to me. Well, do you remember he went to Brazil and came back with nothing? And then using the German left back. Who was that? What about Borna Sosa? Did he go anywhere? Because we're always linked to Borna Sosa. Is he still at what's name? Sosa. He went to Ajax. Yeah. You learn something from Stuck. He was a good player. We should have got him. So that's what I think. According to some sources, it's not going to happen. Yeah, probably not going to happen. But this is my wish list. I genuinely think it'd be a good squad player for us. Don't say he's going to start. He's not going to set the world alight. But I think he'd be a good player. We've got Kosic again. Yeah, I know. He's on our. Where's my list so far? There's my list so far. So we're on 28. So over a Premier League, one and a bit Premier League squads have been linked to already. And we're on the 5th. So Kosic is in there. So yeah, we have. And then, some of the players have moved on or are going, but yeah. So that's what we're on at the moment. Can we clean up more Ajax deals? Don't know if there's anyone else decent on Ajax, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, let's do our members draw. So anyone who's unaware, every month we have a chat membership program, and they get different content and stuff like that. But also they get entered into a prize draw to win something nice. Usually some West Ham signed stuff. So today we've got this lovely print. I think this is the last one I got of these. So this is, I got this signed ages ago. And it's the 92-93 promotion. You got the likes of Potsy, Ludo, Georgie Paris, friend of the channel, Kenny Brown and Mark Robson, Bish, Morley, all like my era. It's a really good print there. And we'll get that sent. Someone's going to win that. So let's see who's going to win it. So we'll do our draw. And what I'll do is I'll put it in the corner like that. Add to it. There we go. So we're going to spin that wheel, and that's going to spin round while we wait. Steve, hope you well. Steve was on. Were you on a party show last night, wasn't it? It was good. And the winner is Hammers Mikey. And I think actually Hammers Mikey's in the chat. Hammers Mikey, you've won this month's competition. Well done. So Hammers Mikey, I'm pretty sure I've got your email anyway, but if you could send it to me at westhamnetwork@gmail.com, wherever it's gone. Where's my thing gone? I thought I had all the stuff here. Hang on. Send us the email at westhamnetwork@gmail.com and I'll get that posted out to you. I'll also get all the other stuff posted out for the Advent stuff. I just need a couple of hours to sort it all out and I can get it all printed off and get it all sent out. But well done, Hammers Mikey. If you want to be entered into these draws, every month we do them. All you got to do is become a channel member, hit the button down there where it says join. And thank you for supporting the channel that way. If not, don't forget subscription is free. You can subscribe to the channel. And if you like, comment, share, like the stream, like the show, press the like button. It goes. It looks fun. But anyway, so good to see. Ian Bishop, yeah, love Ian, he's top man. Top man. Anyone? I think he's back over next month doing a couple of West Ham. He's doing a couple of West Ham shows coming up. So Vex Player Night. So keep an eye. I think Maudeville Promotions are doing one in the 7th or something like that of February. Top fun. Only 21 likes, unbelievable. Don't forget to like it. Good to see. Anyway, as I said, keep on the channel. Irish Tommy may be doing a late show tonight. Let's keep an eye on that. We'll also have a Dave Moyes press conference, which is currently underway. We'll bring you synopsis of that. And then we start getting ready for the game against Bristol City. We'll show an opposition fan chat tomorrow. And then all the fun of the fair, match day morning, predicted 11 show, all that type of shebang. And until then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends. And come on, you bloody Irons. Irons!